his jacket.
Maybe, anyway.
I don't know. He's been out in the snow
That and
anyway.
more tomorrow.
Yep. And an age of cyber communication, one Aussie company has taken the ultimate risk and banned internal email altogether. The move by media agency Atomic 212 aims to increase verbal communication and bring energy back into the office.
They implemented the ban a few weeks back, and according to staff, it's been a popular move.
Yeah, so
You can hear a lot more people talking, you can hear a lot more people from different teams sort of going in between and chatting and sharing ideas, and that's been really nice to see.
You know, we've always had a very strong office culture, but I think that it's improved significantly since we implemented the Talk First program.
It's an interesting move, isn't it?
It is. The chief executive of Atomic 212, Jason Duris, believes email is no longer the efficient tool in the workplace that it once was. And a very good morning to Jason, who joined
morning,
us
Edwina.
this morning. I don't understand how this works. How do you manage to run an office without email? Let's start with that.
Look, for a start, if I go back 20 years ago, when I kind of started in this business, we had absolutely no email. In fact, we had no mobile phones in most cases. What you did have was a lot of lively chat in the office, and from that you had people learning from each other and tasks being completed much quicker. So we've kind of gone back to basics with that and simply put the rest to the side.
What about the chat, though? Chat around the office. Does that increase and decrease your productivity?
Look, that's a really good point, and in fact that was probably the point that kicked off the whole thing initially. I noticed that in advertising offices that I'm sure you're all familiar with, when I started there was a real lively buzz in the office, and from that you learn and you enjoy those really long hours that we have in advertising. But in the last 3 or 4 years, I've noticed they've been very quiet.
Right.
So people are working longer hours, they're not chatting, they're using email as a key tool, when in fact talking to each other is one of the key ways that we come up with ideas in our business.
Right.
So from that perspective, bring the noise back, bring the energy back, and bring the good ideas back to the table.
Right. So there's been an impact on culture, on the way people get along together.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you know, our business is only split across 2 floors and a number of offices, but already when you have channels that prevent you physically going and talking to people, you can start not to know people in the business. If I go back to my very first office party, which was my first advertising party or real party of any substance, it was amazing, you knew everybody there. But now you find people wandering around who don't know each other because you haven't had that face-to-face, and that's a real important part of just getting work done better and, as I said, enjoying it.
So this works obviously when you're in the office. So many people work through their mobile phones now at home. How does that work? And then how do you deal with people externally who obviously do use email in their companies?
Sure. Well, I actually read something alarming, I think, in the Sydney Morning Herald a few days ago, and it actually said that more people are using their phones now to communicate in ways other than actually talking themselves, and that really made me think, blimey, that's not what we want to do. So picking up the phone allows you to, as I say, do the things we talked about, but to make a really quick decision on the subject that you're talking about and to understand how that person feels at the time, what we call professional courtesy. So from that perspective, it's just back to basics and use the phone. To start, for us, it's an internal size, which is 80% of our emails. We want to demonstrate that it works well to our clients and prove to ourselves that it's something that is working well. We're up on the first month now and we're really happy with the results. Next stage is our external emails, which we're looking to roll out end of Jan.
Wow.
Jason, what do you think this is going to achieve? What will be the ultimate result for you?
Look, a number of things really. You know, from a business perspective, we obviously have a business agenda, and that business agenda is to build a better business, drive more productivity. But as part of the personal agenda with our people, it's to give them much greater work-life balance. And work-life balance, we seem to think means getting home early from work. That's a big part of it. But what you do and how you feel and whether you enjoy your work for the 8 hours you're there is a really important part of it. So this makes those connections, allows people to build relationships, resolve issues quicker, enjoy life and do all the things that certainly, Mark, you and I would have done when we were younger. Not you, Edwina. You probably haven't been born without it.
Jason, you raise a good point because Eddie is a bit of an email addict. I think that's fair to say.
I suddenly developed a reputation for being addicted to email.
You do fire a lot of stuff because you're on the road a lot.
Yes,
right?
no, yes.
So, but have you had a lot of resistance? Have you had people in your organisation who've said, listen, Jason, I can't do this. This is how I work. You know, I'm a tapper. I write stuff out.
Look, we have had some resistance, and I do hope our key resistor is watching now, in fact, because I had to laugh. We had one chap who left out, went straight up to his team and said, we're not doing that. And that's fine, because you're talking about changing a cognitive behaviour that we all have reinforced thousands upon thousands of times. So we don't want to be a business that says, you're not doing that. Actually, that is kind of what we said. However, we want to make sure that they're on the journey of it and understand it. So we identify the people who need more training around it, take feedback in, and so forth.
Great.
Thank you so much, Ace. It's a novel concept. I'm still a bit sceptical, to be entirely honest. I don't even speak to my mum on the phone. So
She gets an email as well.
I hate the phone. I just never talk to people on the phone. Love talking to people in person. Thank you, Jason.
It was good talking to
see
you, Jason.
Great, good talking to you guys.
Thanks,
Enjoy the warm sunny day.
Good luck. Thank you.
All right, ahead on Weekend Sunrise. It's